hope we do it well. Okay, so before I hand over to Megan, who's going to tell you all about these fantastic cheeses that we have in front of you, I'm going to talk a little bit about what I'm pouring into your glasses. This is something which is fantastic with hard cheeses. Now, if I were to crack a head of this down the pub back in England, they might raise an eyebrow, where beer is the preferred tipple to have with your cheddar. So here we go. So what I have here is a vin de liqueur, and it comes from a little known area in France called the Jura Valley. The Jura is located just north of the French Alps, in east of Burgundy, and they've really held on to traditional winemaking methods. What you have here is a Mac Van de Jura, very unique style of wine, very simple, fresh grape juice blended with aged brandy. So it's not really like a conventional wine at all, and what you have is something which is quite spirited, but then also lovely and sweet, very complex, fantastic with your cheeses that you're going to enjoy this evening. Alright, I'll see you on the other side.
Thank you.
Cheers.
So now cheese. I am in love with cheese in a pretty serious way, and so I'm really excited to explain these cheddars to you. So the cheeses that we've selected for you today are 3 different types of cheddar. The unique thing about cheddar is that it's a noun and a verb. So there is the cheese cheddar, but all cheddars must be cheddar, which is pretty exciting, and that's what makes all cheddars alike. And then where they're from and the milk type and how they're aged is what makes them all different. So that's why we have 3. So they've all been cheddar, but they're all very different. The first one, it's the most mild of the 3, this one right here. This is Cabot Cloth-Bound Cheddar. Cabot's a pretty ubiquitous name in the world of cheese, but this is a really unique and special one. So Cabot basically has teamed up with Jasper Hill Farm, and they're in Vermont, and they're basically working together to change the face of cheese industry here in the U.S. because they are working to create a cage system. It is an affinage in the U.S., something that France has been doing forever, and we're just learning it here. So Cabot basically made this cheese, bound it in cloth, and made it like lard, and then they sent it to Jasper Hill Farm to age it. And age it for over 12 months, usually 12 to 15. And that results in a really interesting, wonderful, complex mouthfeel and flavor. And all of the proceeds that are made from this particular cheese are what's funding that project. That project also buys cheese from other small farms in the area and ages it for them. That allows these small farms like Twig Farm, who don't have the ability or the resources or the knowledge to age cheese for themselves, to have people who are skilled in that age it for them. It's pretty incredible. Completely different. We move to very, very tiny production coming from Wisconsin. This is Bluemont Vanderbilt. You can see a much smaller wheel than Cabot Cloth-Bound. But in Wisconsin, it's a very small family-owned dairy called Bluemont Dairy. It's basically a husband and wife and 1 kid operation, and they make about 12 years of this a season. That's it. Forever. It really stayed in Wisconsin and sold it to local farmers market. But now we're ready to get it. So thankfully, I was able to get about 6 meals of this. I'm pretty lucky to have it here because most of it does not find its way out of Wisconsin. This is Barron, Wisconsin. It comes near Barron, Wisconsin, but it's pretty neat the fact that we have it here. It's again aged about 12 months, but just the nature of the animals and the grasses that the animals are kind of grazing on. This is much more subtle, almost smoky and meaty and spicy, as opposed to the fruity kind of fruit bomb flavors that you get from the first cheddar. And then I think it's really great to have 2 little cheddars and 1 old world classic Montgomery's cheddar coming from Somerset, England. All 3 are cow's milk. This one's aged a little bit longer, the base of about 15 months, up to 18. This is the only raw milk cheese on the plate here, but this is really the standard by which all cheddars are compared to, and that is what makes it really incredible. Cheddar all from milk.